found a note that someone wrote that said, take her for a ride. I've set a course for sights unseen and out to open sea. To my surprise, a bunch of sailors joined along with me. Now we're sailing on the mystery ship, and all the sailors here are really here. There isn't any cost of membership. All that you gotta do is join our trip. Yeah, I'm the captain of the mystery ship, and I'm a-calling all aboard this trip. I'm really hoping that you'll enjoy it up on the mystery ship. So bring a friend and come along with us aboard the mystery ship.
Damn it, I have to be more prepared. I have to be more prepared than this. Good evening, my friends. Welcome, welcome to a Friday night edition of the Mystery Ship. It has been some time. It has been a very, very long time since we did a Friday night Mystery Ship. I have to thank my dear brother and congratulate my dear brother, the Texan. Yes, my brother, the Texan. It seems like for the last, I don't know if we did 11 or 12 shows together. I don't count, so I don't know. But all I can tell you is the two of us had the most wonderful time together, basically just shooting from the hip. That's how we ran our show. We hosted a Friday night video show, and he would bring the country and I would bring the rock, and then we would meet in the middle, and sometimes I'd surprise him with some country, and sometimes he would surprise me with some rock, and we really, truly had a wonderful, wonderful time together. Joelaine, how you doing, kiddo? She goes, hope you didn't work too hard. Oh, kid, you know I did. This has been one hell of a week, people. I think I logged, it has to be 65 hours. And I'm working Sunday. But that's okay. I got all night to sleep, and tomorrow I'm going to rock your little world. Rock your little world. But just back for a brief second to my brother, the Texan, because he has got just a golden opportunity. You know, opportunities like this don't show up very often. The guy has had a hell of a tough year. He started out literally January 1st. He was stepping out of a big rig, and he hyperextended his knee in some fashion, tore a lateral meniscus, went through hell. They made him limp around on it for almost 90 days, 3 months, until they finally approved his surgery. And it takes months to recover from a knee surgery. In the middle of that, he gets not one, not two, but 3 abscessed teeth all in one spot. He sent me a picture of his face. I'm not kidding you. It looked like he was stung by bees, okay? He gets that done, and then he went and had the exact same hernia operation that I did. So it's been a rough year for my brother, the Texan. And to top it all off, the company that he was with, the union trucking outfit, Yellow Freight, Also, they owned Redaway and a number of, I'm sure you guys in your lifetime, you've seen YRC or Yellow Freight going down the road. They're gone. They folded their tent. They closed their doors, laid off thousands of people, truck drivers, out of work with no notice, shorted their benefits. Well, God has a funny way of answering prayers, and my dear brother, the Texan, was speaking with one of his trucking brothers. That's the good thing about unions. And he got a line on a job, and it looks like he is in. Okay, he's going this next week, starting on Monday, and I'm excited for him. I'm sure that you guys have seen this. Many is the time I'm sure you're driving down the road, driving down the freeway, and you'll see a truck driving along, and there's 3 other trucks stacked up behind it. It looks like 3 trucks having sex going down the road. What that is well, a lead truck delivering 3 other brand new trucks, and that's what he is going to be doing. This is an incredible opportunity for him. The absolute best benefits known to man. His health benefits, when he goes to pick up a prescription at the store, 0. He goes to see his doctor, 0. 0 copay, 0 nothing. Covers his wife, covers him, covers their children. I am so excited for him. This is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. And it's not that we will never do a broadcast again. It's just that he's going to be on the road for a while, and then he'll come home for a couple of weeks. And when he's home for a couple of weeks, we'll do a couple of shows together. And then back on the road he goes. But that's been the man's life. That's all he's done his whole life. It's what he knows. It's what he's good at. He's not only good at it, he's great at it. I wish him absolutely the best of luck, my dear brother, the Texan. Finally got what he deserved. He's got a dream. He is going to be making bank, people. This is an opportunity like no other. He's going to hit it hard for a number of years and then buy himself a little piece of property, a cabin on a lake somewhere, and sail off into the sunset. Maybe he might get himself a horse or 2, show the old lady how to ride. I am very happy for him, and I wish him nothing but the best of luck in his endeavors. It's a good thing. It's a great thing. It is a great thing. Speaking of a great thing, it looks like we are live around the horn. It really does. Let's see. Are we live over at my channel? Where's my channel? I just had my channel. Seriously. Okay, be like that. Be like that. Come on now. Come on. Yes. Yes, we are live over at YouTube. Look at that. I'm seeing Susan Danielle, Andy Social, Gloria Paddock is over there. Good to see all of you hanging out at the tube. Welcome, my friends. Let's go to Pilled Foxhole. I know we've got a gang hanging there. Holy smokes. Holy smokes, we got sailors there. LT, the first man in the house, good to see you tonight. Bong Hit is with us. Good to see you. There is the SS Foxhole, people. The SS Foxhole comes cruising in. Due diligence at the helm. Sparky in the house. Good to see you, Sparky. Been a minute. It has been a minute. I hope everything's good with my Oregonian brother up there. Yes, Joe Elaine is with us. Great to see you, kiddo. Spaz O Yeti. I checked in on him the other night. He joined the wonderful lady that I was supposed to join, Coffee Talk with Sandra. I watched their show together. It was great. It was great. Dave Mick in the house. Dave, how you doing? Good to see you. EO2 Dave. EO2. Good to see you, my brother. Hope everything is good in your world, my friend. Great to have you aboard. Great to have you aboard, Matty F&B. He's the only motherfucker in Twitch, but he's talking to himself, people, so that means he's okay. Good to see you, Matty. Always good to have you aboard. Always good to have you aboard. Let's have a quick gander over at Rumble. I see that Gloria has warmed up she's opened the door over there and set up chairs, so it looks like there's 12 watching. Hey, that's good. You lurkers on Rumble, we freaking love you. Thank you for rumbling on in. Don't think I don't know you're there. I know you're there. Oh, I need to make sure my phone is working. Oh, man. Are you kidding me? Oh, are you kidding me? Are you even kidding me? I need my phone for tonight. Okay. During my break, I'm going to have to run in and get one of my cell phones because we need phones tonight, people. We need phones for this program tonight. That's a fact, Jack. That's a fact, Jack. Man, I hope I have a connecting cable. I hope I have a connecting cable, or I'm going to do the Joey Mormon thing where you hold the phone. I got to figure out what's going on with my phone. What the hell is going on with my phone? That's really weird. That is really weird. Anyway, let's get over to D Live and see who the wonderful people are hanging out over there tonight. Jayla 17 in the house. Good to see you, little lady. Artist 61 is with us. Val Kimber. Good to see you, buddy. TL Spud is here. I'm staring at the victorious D Live team. Yes, they're a little bit of braggadocio is in the air, and deservedly so. Good to see you over there. Gloria Paddock, nice to see you. Lynn Winters is with us. Who else we got? Bad Zoot. What are you doing? Zoot Allures. Syllabore. Good to see you, my man. Holy cat, we got the regular cast of characters. Seriously, we have the regular cat. Even Mrs. Spud is here. She's going, where's the damn stickers, man? So here's the deal. Let me look at my. I got to remember how to do this. Settings. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. It's not under settings. Let's look at my channel. My channel. Damn it. I can't even remember how I turned off the stickers. I don't remember how I turned off the stickers. It's got to be in settings somewhere. My profile, maybe? No. Oh, so we were having problems on one particular Saturday morning. We were getting spammed with stickers, and I mean, when I say spammed, you don't even know. You don't even know what spammed means until you've seen the amount of stickers that we were being spammed with over at T Live. So I went in and I turned them off because we couldn't even have a conversation. We had a bunch of newbies join us, which is, I'm always happy to have new people join. Always. I'm ecstatic to have new people find me over at D Live. But they were spamming the chat so badly. If you said hello to somebody, it would disappear before they ever even saw you say hello. So at the behest of one of my people, I put the stickers in limbo for right now. Unstick the stickers. I have to figure out how to do it, Jayla. I can't remember. Maybe during the break I'll try and figure it out. Let me see what I can do. EO2 Dave is passing them around. He's passing the good stuff around. Sigurd, how you doing there, buddy? Cynthia, good to see you, little lady. Thank you for the cookie. Thank you kindly for the cookie. Kristen Hudson is with us. Great to see you. She says, I'm okay. My dog hasn't been feeling well, but she's feeling better. I'm glad that your dog is feeling better. You know whose dog is not feeling better would be Joe Biden's. Yes, it turns out that Joe's new dog, and he's got a name, damn it, I know what it is. It's a nickname for the. I think it's his name is Commander. I'm pretty sure that is his name, Commander. Well, old Commander has been biting the Secret Service. Yes, and they can't figure out why. Well, somebody did a little homework, some snooping, and it turns out that old Uncle Joe is beating the crap out of his dog, making him a mean dog. I mean, punching him, that kind of stuff. You know, that alone. There are so many animal lovers in this country, particularly dog lovers. You want to mess with a faction of America? You mess with the dog lovers, man, you're going down. Uncle Joe beats his dog. Starface, how you doing, my man? Thanks for dropping in on us. Good to see you on a Friday night. Hey, bring in some GP love. Prayer Warrior Girl is with us. Paul Thaddeus, bring in the good stuff. I can smell it from here, Paul. I can smell it from here, and it smells good. It smells good. Artist61, Steph, what are you doing? Good to see you on a Friday night. Yeah. JLo17 says, that poor dog, they shouldn't let him have dogs. I agree. I agree. Maddie F&B says, I'm a little tired, but I'm hanging in there. I have to be because I'm a roofer. If I don't hang in there, I fall down and go boom. I did a little roofing today, Maddie. You'd be proud of me. I did a little standing seam. Yep. I mean, it was a winky little thing. You would have done it in the time it takes most people to take a break, but it took us the better part of a day. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Folks, tonight, Bender, to no one, is here, and she says, don't mess with my dog. Don't mess with my dog. Do you know that years and years ago, when I first got married, and we moved from Los Angeles to Oregon, my ex-wife had a dear friend in Texas and invited her. She was all alone, living all alone in Texas, and she said, "Why don't you move to Oregon? You know, you can be an aunt to my children and this and that." So she gets her friend to pack up her stuff and move on out here. And she had this little dog. It was a little toy something. And I can't, this dog was this woman's life. I mean, when I say her life, I mean this dog was her life. That's all she cared about. I mean, everything she did, from going to the store to putting stuff in she had to make sure it was okay with the dog. So, I mean, I know people love their animals, but you do have the occasional person who just is a little. And Debbie, that was her name. Debbie was just a little about her dog. One Christmas, my stepson, we got him a phone. He got to that teenage age where, we had got a second private line so the kid could talk on the phone. Otherwise, I could never call home. The phone was eternally busy. And even though I got call waiting, he wouldn't hang up and say, "Oh, it looks like somebody's calling." No, he would just keep talking. So we got him a separate line, and we got him his own phone. And it wasn't a smartphone. It was some kind of weird phone, okay? And it had this little settings, this dial on it, and it had 5 different settings, and it would augment your voice. And the last setting on the phone was this creepy, I mean, freaking creepy voice effect. And when you would take a low voice like mine and put it on the phone, it would make the hair stand up on the back of your neck. Okay, so I used to call her. I would call her this dog-loving woman, and I would say in the creepy voice, "Do you know where your dog is?" And she would just absolutely come unglued. I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops. It was great. It was great. Which plays right into that, literally plays right into tonight's theme, folks. We are talking about tonight. We are talking about the fact that we are just a couple of weeks shy of Halloween. It's a magical time of year. I know that there's a bunch of negativity that goes with Halloween. I refuse to buy into it, okay? I am a firm believer that whatever you put your energy into, that's what you reap. You reap what you sow, okay? Now, as a young child, I grew up watching horror movies. My brother and I loved them. I mean, from the time we were 8, 9 years old, we watched these old black and white horror movies, starting with Dracula and Frankenstein and the Invisible Man and the Wolf Man and all that stuff. You know, all the good stuff, all the classics. And our tastes just continued. We watched all of it. Now, I'm not a fan, and I've never been a fan of just these stupid slasher movies. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about this at length when we officially start the show. This is the pre-show. Uh-oh, I can't say that. My friend says that. This is the show before the show. You are currently enjoying the show before the show. And I'm don't you know?
Why do we sail?
Damn it. Don't you know that this is the show before the show? So, before you go, we're probably going to take a little break and then come back, and we are going to dive into tonight's goodies, which is we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff, all kinds of creepy stuff, really creepy stuff. I'm so glad that you are aboard the mystery ship tonight. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. I needed to take 1 second. Look at this. Look at this over here. Due Diligence, Cynthia, Starface. Thank you guys. Thank you so very much. Over here, Val Kimber, Lynn Winters, someone by the name of Pieces, Gloria Paddock, for sure. They're throwing out the lemon love over there. Artist 61, Mrs. Spud. Look at them all. Look at them. Look at them with their lemon love. I appreciate you guys so very, very much. Thank you for your support of this program. We are going to have a creepy little Friday night. Scorch in the house. Gordy, how the heck are you doing, buddy? It is good to see you, Scorch. Good to look up and see you. Victoria Lee, what's up, little lady? Great to have you aboard as well. Folks, this is going to be a fun, creepy little Friday night to believe in. So glad to be back aboard the mystery ship with you, my friends. We'll be back immediately following this little exercise right here.
Why do we sail upon the mystery ship? 'Cause we never know where we'll go next. And so, my friends, we're so very happy that you decide to come out several times a week and hang out at the Mystery Ship. Can you do us a favor? Tell a friend about us. Share it on whatever your favorite social media might be. Tell a friend, tell a brother, tell a sister, tell the next door neighbor. There's this crazy biker dude. You really should check him out. He's wacky. He is wacky. Come along for the ride on the Mystery Ship. We're waiting for you, sailor.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are waiting for you. Well, well, well. That's interesting. That's very interesting. How y'all doing? I hope that my audio is okay. I'm going to the different channels, and I'm just looking for someone to say, dude, you're all right. Don't worry. It's all working. It's all working out for you, man. It's all working out for you. John Rogers, how are you doing, my brother? Good to see you. Zoomer in the house now over there. Good to have you aboard. Oh, this is good. We've got the whole fam dambley showing up. Very, very nice. Yes, folks, it's that time of year. It is creeping into October. I don't know what it's like where you are, but I can tell you that after a long, and I mean it felt like forever, roasting summer, temperatures here in Southern Oregon pretty much were between 90 and 105 for most of the summer. I mean, big time cooking. When you were a construction worker and you work outside, it just kicks your butt. I mean, you really get your ass handed to you. Look at this. Bruce Wayne, the Batman. Talk about perfect timing. We're talking Halloween and the season, my good man. This season. 'Tis the season. It has been most welcome for like the last 2 weeks. We had a nice little rain come in. I think it was end of September. A nice little rain spell. I think 3-4 days and a couple of days. I mean, it poured bloody murder. Well, that kind of cooled things down here in Southern Oregon. And son of a gun, today, I mean, I got to tell you, for the last 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, it has been 72, 75, maybe 78, but it has been absolutely a pleasure to be outside doing stuff. Today we hit 90, and I want to tell you, it was almost a welcome change, a little Indian summer for us here. It didn't feel like 90. It didn't at all. After 3 weeks of kind of chilly, getting down there in the morning, like I'll fit down to like 51 overnight. Kind of felt good to have a day that was 90. It was a beautiful day here today. Absolutely gorgeous day. As I was driving home, I started looking around now. When I was a kid, and I'm talking a little kid, and I would go trick-or-treating somewhere in my box of pictures. I'll find it before Halloween. Somewhere in my box of pictures is a Halloween picture from probably 1963 or 1964 of me and my brother. We are dressed in our Heckle and Jekyll Halloween costumes. I think I was Jekyll and Bob was Heckle. I can't remember. I can't quite remember. I'll have to look and see. But I used to love the whole trick-or-treating thing. Now, where I lived back east in northern New Jersey, there was the night before Halloween. The night before Halloween was known as Mischief Night. Mischief Night. And this is where teenage hoodlums would go out and cause trouble. They would smash your pumpkins. They would You know, all the good stuff. All the good stuff that young, dumb teenagers do. Well, that's what Mischief Night was all about. A big thing was they would take a bar of soap. They would take a bar of soap and they would soap your windows of your house. They would write stuff on your house, like Kilroy was here or that kind of stuff. They would soap the windows of your car. I mean, it was harmless because it washed right off. But Mischief Night was, it was trouble. And my dad got cheap thrills by hanging out. He would hang out by the corner of the house with a charged hose, and he would just wait for the kids to come creeping up like they're going to smash your pumpkin or do whatever mayhem they do, and he would jump out and soak them all wet with a hose. Like that's going to do something to a teenage kid, except egg him on all the more. Oh, man. TL Spud says, you wouldn't have much time to pull that off here. Oh, man. Wait. Zoot says, it's almost time for the fireplace. Well, I know that. I know that feeling. Willie Fixit he's got a pile of lumber stacked up to burn in his wood stove. I don't know how many cords he's got. It must be 6 cords. I've never seen a pile of wood like that. It's really impressive. Really impressive, especially to a guy like me who looks over and realizes I might have a cord of oak, but I need to get some freaking firewood here. Man, I need to get off my dead duff and go get some firewood before it gets rainy and miserable. But one of the things that I loved as a child was my mom would decorate our house. There was always a big skeleton on the front door. Now, the thing that I liked is that when I was a kid, those cardboard things that you stick on your front door and in your windows, the big pumpkins and the little black cat, and my mom loved all of that. My mom really got in the spirit of things. Our house was always beautifully decorated for Christmas, lights and everything. My dad put on the dog on the outside. My mom put on the dog on the inside. She would hang red yarn across parts of the house, and all the Christmas cards would hang on there. And remember when people used to actually send Christmas cards? How many of you out there remember your parents getting tons and tons of Christmas cards? It's like a lost art. I mean, I try to send them when I can, if I can afford it. But I mean, it seems as even up in I remember sending out Christmas cards. Still in the late 80s, I would send out Christmas card. What happened to that tradition? I think we get 2 of them this year, a year now. Two cards. God bless the wonderful people who send them. It's a lost but beautiful thing. Anyway, my mom would put up these decorations, and it wasn't like if you go down to the store today, you go down to Kmart, you go down to Walmart, you go down to wherever, Fred Meyer, whatever, pick a flavor, pick a store. All of the skeletons now are evil looking. They're evil looking. The skeleton that we had on our front door was a happy skeleton. He was smiling. It was a smiling skeleton. Okay? So were the jack-o'-lantern. Okay? The cardboard cutters my mom would put in the windows. Everything was happy. Okay? It wasn't evil. It was happy. Therefore, my earliest memories of Halloween are all good, positive ones. Yay, candy, all that. The only thing that my dad warned us about was when people would give us fruit. He'd say, Albert, I want to check the fruit. I want to check and see if there's razor blades in your apples. Because people used to give out fruit. I remember as a kid getting bananas, oranges, and apples instead of candy bars. I mean, we got a ton of candy bars. Don't kid yourself. But people used to give away healthy stuff. Can you imagine? If you gave away bananas today, the kids will look at you like you're off your freaking rocker. But because of the positive nature of my mother's Halloween decorating, I looked forward to Halloween. It was fun. It was groovy. It wasn't scary. Okay? Later, as my brother and I got older, and I'm trying to remember, it started our fascination, my brother and my fascination with scary movies started somewhere in the late 60s, probably 68. And I swear I can almost remember the movie. I just can't quite put my finger on it. I know it was a black and white movie. And I remember my brother being scared at part of the movie. And my dad grabbed the both of us right then and there. We were very, very young, very, very impressionable. And my dad said, "Boys, let me tell you something. There's nothing scary about that movie. It's all fake. It's all fake. Everything they do, it's fake blood, fake knives, fake everything. So always remember," he impressed this upon us so much. It's all fake. And I had the great pleasure 20 some odd years later of informing him the same thing about politics. "Dad, it's just like wrestling. It's all fake." Anyway, my mom, "Drooby dooby doo, what is happening?" He goes, "You old ass." Yes, I'm old. I'm old. But not that old. So my brother and I got hung up on watching horror movies. And we really, really liked to go to the movie theater to see them. I mean, it was fine to watch it on our TV. Okay? All we had was a black and white TV. We didn't get a color TV until I think I was 15. I think I was 15 years old when my dad broke down and went down and bought a color TV. Pretty much to watch football games. But I spent my entire life in front of a black and white TV. I thought that Star Trek was in black and white. I thought Captain Kirk and Spock were black and white. I never knew they were color until I saw them later. Anyway, I'm having a good time remembering all this. A very good time. One year, my brother and I went to the theater, and we went to see a movie called Dracula A.D. 1972, starring Christopher Lee. Now, that was the main movie, okay? Dracula A.D. 1972. So I think that means I was 13, my brother was either 11 or 12. There was an opening movie. It was a matinee, okay, on a Saturday. There was an opening movie that neither one of us had ever heard of. And it really freaked us out. I mean, this movie freaked us out. And it just so happens that I found the trailer for it. Yes, I found the trailer for this movie. And I am, of course, going to play it for you. So let me set up the premise. Because here, my brother and I have gone to the theater in anticipation of seeing the latest, greatest Dracula movie. Okay? But the opening movie scared the shit out of us. I'll tell you what it was about. The movie was called It's Alive. Does anybody remember this movie from, I think, 1973? It's Alive. It's the story of a baby that is born with claws. Instead of hands, it has claws. And the baby had fangs. And the baby had a thirst for blood. Does anybody out there remember this movie? I saw it in the movie theater, and it freaked there. One of the best parts is the baby is hungry, and it finds a milk truck. So it climbs into the back of a milk truck, and the milkman's delivering his milk. Back in the days when they carried the little metal cage with milk bottles in it, and he gets back in his truck, and he hears some rumbling in the back of the truck, and he goes back to find out what the matter was. And this baby, of course, attacks him and breaks all the milk bottles and cuts the guy up with its claws. And they showed the back of the milk truck and all of this pink milk coming out through the doors because the baby carved up the milkman. Jayla 17 said she remembers watching Night of the Living Dead with her brother when she was a teen, scared the both of them. Okay, I'm going to share this. This is the trailer for this movie. We're going to watch it together. This is the trailer for the movie called It's Alive. This is the one that scared my brother and I. Put the fear of God into us.
It's alive. It's alive.
Can you hear me? It can't be saved. It's gotta die.
It's alive. It's alive.
Why are you so anxious to be the one to do it?
It's alive.
Doctor! Demons are here!
It's alive.
Now, nobody knows how this thing happened. It's really a matter of speculation, and I think perhaps that's for the best. After all, if we find out that the cause is medication that we manufacture and it was administered over a long period of time, well,
What do your interests recommend?
absolute destruction of this thing.
It went down the storm drains.
That's how it can travel the length of the city without anybody seeing it.
Don't touch me. Don't you touch me. They stole my baby. Come on, get down. Did you see it? Did you see it? What does it look like?
What are you
Get
afraid
those
of?
cameras out of my face, please. I got
Just
no
tell your other
comment. That had
child.
nothing to do with this.
Will you get that thing out of my face? Get out of the way!
He could have killed you. You know why he didn't? You know why he didn't kill you?
Look out, Charlie!
You've never been exposed to radioactivity in radioactive material or undergone extensive x-rays.
No, Doctor, I told you.
We can't rule out genetic damage.
Let go of me!
My department has already cautioned the police about excessive violence. If it could be dispatched with a bullet, or better still, some kind of a gas. Undoubtedly, it is very small, and any kind of bodily harm, especially from gunshots or explosives.
In other words, you want me to sign away the body, is that it?
Well, it's your right. After all, you are the child's father.
Stop firing!
Good old Warner Brothers brings us a doozy right there. I'll tell you, whoops. Let me stop that. Stop that. Stop. Stop. Okay, so the movie, it opens up with that guy that you just saw, an expectant father. He's all excited. His wife's in there in the delivery room, and he's walking back and forth, pacing the floor. Back in the days before they would let parents in to be there for the birth of their baby, and the nurse would come out. Look, Mr. Jones, it's a boy. So the father is sitting there, pacing back and forth, waiting. The water is broken, and the woman's getting everything going, and somebody comes out of the maternity, the ward, and comes through the double doors, falls to the ground, covered in blood. So he wanders his way back there, and he kind of pokes his head in, and he sees blood everywhere, and he goes into the room, the delivery room, and here's his wife. She's covered in blood, but she's still alive, and there's a hole in the ceiling. There's no sign of the baby, and every last doctor and nurse in the room has been carved up. Apparently, the baby cut a hole in the roof and escaped that way. This was a pretty amazing baby. Anyway, it's pretty crazy. It was a pretty crazy film. It was crazy. But, I mean, here it is 50 years later, and I remember it like it was yesterday. So it was pretty impressionable. In fact, we were so freaked out by that movie that I can't remember. It seemed like the Dracula movie didn't even faze us. It was boring after what we just had witnessed. It's alive. Now, I understand. Oh, it is dumb. Mrs. Spud, make no mistake. It is dumb. It was dumb. But when you're, 12, 13, there you go. Mrs. Spud says Poltergeist scared her. Poltergeist? Really? The one with the little girl? They're back. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. But, so over dinner tonight, Mrs. Zoe and I were talking about, what movies, what like Halloween type movies did we think were good and what were bad? And I was remembering back to, when a movie house, I don't care, Paramount, Universal, Warner, you name it, pick a flavor, when they have a great success with a film, it's never enough for them, okay? They find that a movie has a cult following and it's making a buck, and the next thing you know, there's 14 of them, okay? There's an endless succession. Like for me, I think I watched the very first Freddy Krueger movie, and I mean, I just thought that was so corny. It was everything my dad said. Al, it's fake as fake gets. It did nothing for me. So I don't even know the name of the Freddy Krueger movies. Was it Fright Night? I don't even know. Once in a while, you will get an interesting horror movie. Yes, you just brought one up, Jayla. You just brought up one. The Conjuring. The Conjuring was a pretty interesting movie. I also thought at the time, is that what it was? Friday the 13th. Thank you, Peggy, to answer. Yes. there's another recent horror movie that I thought was actually not recent, but you know, the problem with horror movies is there's never a good ending to them. No one comes up with a reasonable way to end a horror movie. They always have a stupid freaking ending. And the ones that go on ad infinitum, like I remember when the first Halloween movie with Jamie Lee Curtis came out. I saw that one in the theater. I think I was maybe 13, maybe 14. What the hell year was that anyway? What year was that? Let's look that up. Inquiring minds want to know. What year did the first movie come out? What year did the original Halloween come out? 1978. Wow, I was older than I thought. I was 19. Holy crap. So, yes, John Carpenter. Of course, John Carpenter. But that's the problem is the movie houses, they're like, "Oh my God, this one made money. We've got to have a Halloween 2." And they go back to the original star, and the star doesn't want to do it, or the star holds out for too much money, unless you get a nobody like Jennifer Love Hewitt, who signs up to do 15 of them, you know. But I mean, I never bothered to go see the Chainsaw Massacre movies or any of that crap. Yeah, Friday the 13th did nothing for me. Never. I saw the first one, never saw another one. But there are the occasional one-offs, like you just pointed out. The Conjuring was a fairly interesting movie. In its day, the movie The Ring was kind of creepy, heightened by the excellent editing that they did, you know, to make it look like the person was crawling in some weird fashion out of that well or whatever the hell it was. It was all editing, but very, I mean, it was creative. So, it's funny. The Shining was great in its day. Absolutely. That was a million years ago. That's funny that you say that, Dave Mick. He says The Hills Have Eyes was freaky. Mrs. Zoe brought that up. But I want to share another trailer with you. This is an old black and white one. And this is a Vincent Price movie. Okay, this is one that we would have watched on our televisions, and I actually had forgotten about this movie. Until Mrs. Zoe brought it up. And then as I was driving home, I watched a few more clips, and it all came true. I want you to put an X in the chat if you remember seeing this Vincent Price movie either on television, you know, back in the day when free movies, before cable. This is way before cable, okay? This is back when you had an antenna on the top of your TV. Tell me if you ever saw this movie called The Tingling. The Tingling. The Tingler. The Tingler.
I'm William Castle, and I feel obligated to warn you about the next attraction you will see at this theater. The picture is The Tingler, which I directed. And for the first time in motion picture history, members of the audience, including you, will actually play a part in the picture. You will feel some of the physical reactions, the shocking sensations experienced by the actors on the screen. I guarantee that The Tingler has more shocks per minute than my last film, The House on Haunted Hill. But don't be alarmed. You can protect yourself. When you see the picture, you will be told, and remember the instruction, how you can guard yourself from attack by The Tingler. And now may I show you a few scenes from The Tingler?
The Tingler, which was this, I don't know, it was like a rubber centipede. Does anybody remember that movie, The Tingler? What I liked about that was just the screaming. When I see something like that, I think of the casting director. Okay, the casting director. Okay, bring in the next one. Hey, Charlie. Bring in the next one. Okay, what's your name, honey? Okay. Scream for me. Yeah, that's right. Scream. I want you to scream bloody murder. Top of your lungs. Okay. Is that the best you got? Come on, scream, lady. Scream. All right. Don't call us. We'll call you. I mean, that's the way. That's what goes through my head. Okay. Maybe I look at things with a different perspective because I worked for 10 years for a movie outfit at Paramount Studios, but somebody just pointed out, who was it? Lynn Winters, The Tickler. No, honey, that's one of those when you go in a garage in a gas station bathroom, for 50 cents. That's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take it to the gutter. Okay, so my mother was a voracious reader. The woman always had some kind of book she was reading, and a lot of that rubbed off on me. As a kid, I read books like they were going out of style. In fact, my dad used to complain. We had this thing at school called Scholastic Book Services, and once a quarter, you'd get a list of all these books, and you check them off, and then the books come in, and then you say to your mom, here's the bill for the books. Albert, you ordered 25 books, and I read every one of them. But one year when I was, so I had to still be no more than 12 or 13. No more than 12 or 13. I started noticing as I was riding my bike, my Stingray around town, my yellow Schwinn Stingray. Billboards. There were billboards all over town, and the only thing on the billboard, I'm going to draw it for you. I'm going to draw it for you right now. I want you to see this. This was the only thing on the billboard for weeks and weeks. This was the only thing on the billboard. And then one day, when I was riding my bike down the road, I saw, oh my God, they changed the billboard. And it said, The Omen. The Omen. Okay, so I remember this is in the days when I was still just a freaking kid. I'd be driving around picking up bottles like this because these used to be worth 10 cents or 5 cents. 10 cents for the big ones, 5 cents for the little ones. And, as a kid, you drive all around town, you find all the soda bottles you can, you take them to the store, you trade them in, you'd get 75 cents, a buck maybe, and there it was right there at the checkout aisle. There was a book for the movie The Omen. So I saved up my money and I bought the book because I was intrigued by the billboards around town. So I read the book, and it was a pretty good story. And then the movie finally came out. And I wasn't disappointed. Some of it was a little cheesy, like, I don't know how many of you remember The Omen, but when the glass truck, when the brakes let loose on the glass truck and the sheet of glass cuts the guy's head off and the head goes spinning. Yeah, it was Damien. Damien was the devil's son, born of a jackal. And yes, Thorn was the main character's name. He goes all over Europe and finds his real baby with a head smashed in a graveyard one night and gets bitten by a bunch of dogs. It was actually a pretty good film for what it was. For what it was a pretty good film. My mother used to always read the books before she would go see a movie. I remember when my mom and dad went to see The Exorcist, and me being the oldest, I had to stay home and watch my younger brother and sister while my mom and dad went to go see The Exorcist, because my mom read the book. I loved watching. I loved seeing movies after I had read the book. There happened to be a number, so many times. Jaws. I read Jaws before I saw the movie. The Omen. Oh my goodness, millions of them. Reading to me is, you picture it in your mind so that when you go to see the movie, it just seems so vastly different than what you imagined. You're expecting this and you get that. But the best part was just on the way out of the theater at the end of the movie. At the end of the movie, you would see the people talking, husbands and wives, with the wife just clinging on to, or girls and boys, teenagers in love, and the girl is just clinging on to her boy. That's the whole reason the guy takes his girl to a scary movie, is because, he wants his girlfriend to clutch him and feel protected when the movie's all over. There's been a handful of interesting movies over the last 10 years. I mean, they're few and far between. Few and far between. I thought that 28 Days Later was a fairly interesting movie. Trying to think of who the guy was. It wasn't Val Kilmer. It was sorry, not Val Kilmer. I'm making a movie star out of you, Val. It was Val somebody. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on that. 28 Days Later was a pretty interesting film. There was a movie called Mirrors. Does anybody remember the movie called Mirrors? I'm going to play this trailer for you. I thought this was a fairly interesting modern horror movie called Mirrors.
I'm not acting scared, but he is.
Michael, who are you talking to?
No one.
You gotta keep going, all right?
Okay.
Amy, what's wrong? Just tell me what happened.
There's something in the house. I'm so scared.
Amy, I'm seeing bad things. Oh my God. What if the mirrors can actually make us do things that we don't want to do? Get out of here!
Don't be scared, Mommy. We just want to come play with us.
I don't suppose anybody went and saw that movie in the theater. I don't suppose they did. Does anybody remember that one? Never seen a horror movie since. I hate that Chuck doll. Chucky. So that's, Joelene, that's a perfect example of how they ruined horror movies. Okay? All that. They just made them too fake. My brother the Texan is dropping in on us. How are you doing, buddy? He just got home from date night with Mrs. Texan. They had a much-needed and great evening together before he leaves on Sunday, and he's going to do it again tomorrow night. That's the kind of guy he is. An old romantic, that man. I was talking about you at the beginning of the show, buddy. I was bragging you up, my man. Great to see you. Great to see you. Judy the Lady Pug says, I have absolutely no desire to see that. Joelaine says, I'm not watching. The Hand. So, Left MD says, never seen or heard of that one. I'm sure that you can I'm sure you can get that on the cheap list now. I mean, that's the thing about these horror movies is, 10, 15 years later, you can rent them. You can rent them on YouTube for $1.99, maybe $2.99. They're actually affordable instead of paying $20 at the theater. I remember Duska can get in the trash can. She's talking to you, baby. All right. I want to seize the moment. And I've got to remember how to do this. But you're going to have to bear with me for a second. Do I have something I can play? Stop it. Okay. All right. That's good. I'm going to Val Hall says I keep changing the channel. The Texan says, to this day, the scariest movie I ever saw was War Games with Matthew Broderick. Huh. He says the movie rings true today. I don't know that I ever saw that. I really don't. I just don't. There's something that I want to do here, okay? And I have to, it's been so long since I did this with my, It's been so long since I did this with OBS. I used to do it all the time. But it's actually been so freaking long, There it is. Okay. I think I can figure out how to do it. So I'm going to play a very quick video while I put a little something together on my end that's going to make this so much more inviting. Okay? So much more inviting. I'll be back on the flip side of this short video. Don't wander off now. We're about to have fun.
Hello, Foxhole. How y'all doing, fam? Good to see you. Hanging out with Zoso, dude. You know who he is. You wouldn't be seeing this right now. So, cheers to you, my friends. Uncle Krusty says hello. Peace out.
Hi, this is Judy the Lady Pug, and you're watching Mystery Ship with Zoso Dude.
This is Tanette Booth, and you are watching The Mystery Ship with Zoso Dude.
This is Salty and Nuts, and you're watching Zoso Dude on The Mystery Ship.
This is a biblicist, and most likely you're going to hell, but not if you watch The Mystery Ship with Zoso Dude.
Right. This is Ryan, our Cloaked Unseen World, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zoso Dude.
Hey, this is Leonard with The Shit Show, and you're watching The Mystery Ship and Zoso Dude 77. Enjoy.
This is Sheree Maddox from LJ, Georgia, and you're on The Mystery Ship with Zoso Dude 77.
Hi, everybody. This is Vicki Holyfield, and you are watching Zoso Dude 77 on The Mystery Ship.
This is Friendly Gator from St. Petersburg, Florida, and you're on board The Mystery Ship with Zoso Dude 77.
Hi, it's Jo Elaine, and we're watching The Mystery Ship with Zoso Dude.
This is Gloria Paddock. You're watching The Mystery Ship with Zoso Dude 77.
Hey guys, this is Bruce Q. Wayne, aka the Batman from Three Beermen, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with our good captain, Zoso Dude.
This is Andy Girl 13, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zoso Dude.
Hi, this is Susan Danielle, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zoso Dude 77.
This is your brother Belushi, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zoso Dude 77.
Hi, this is Carrie Lake from St. Pete, Florida, and you're watching Zoso Dude 77, The Mystery Ship.
You're hanging out on The Mystery Ship with our captain, the Zoso Dude.
Hey, it's M1911 Zoom, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zoso Dude.
I'm Neoma.
And I'm Neo.
And you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zozo Dude 77.
I'm EO2 Dave, and you're watching Zoso Dude 77 on The Mystery Ship.
This is Barefoot Patriotess from Tampa, Florida, and you're watching The Mystery Ship with Zoso Dude 77.
This is Rob, aka Syllabore, and you are watching Zoso Dude 77 on The Mystery Ship.
Welcome aboard the Mystery Ship, where we go one, we go all.
All right. It does appear that I remembered how to do this on the fly. Oh, where is it? Where the hell is it? Did you not just see a number on the screen? Damn it. Okay. Oh, I see. I'm going to have to add it to this screen as well. I had to remember how to do this. It's been so long since I did it this way. Okay. All right. So now there's something wrong with my landline. I really don't know what it is. It's really starting to piss me off. It doesn't make any sense. It should be working. But what I've done is I've put down my cell phone number on the screen. So it should be coming across your screens, I'm hoping. Vexa Xe, welcome. Good to have you aboard. A first-time chatter over there at Twitch. Welcome, sister. Good to see you. See that number on your screen? I want you to call that number. If you remember going to a movie theater and just having the dickens scared out of you. And I want to know what the movie was. That scared the crap out of you. Okay? We have the Texan here. I'm hoping I can make this work. How are you doing, my brother?
Hey, man, am I on the air?
Yes, you are on the air.
Oh, roger that, brother. Man, I'm doing great. Yeah, that's a different number, and I was dialing the wrong number. But anyway, hey, man, glad to talk to you, Hoss.
Say it again, Mark. Yeah, we got you.
All right, man. Glad to talk to you, Hoss. Man, it's Tex.
I'm glad you made it, my friend. Everything good with the wife tonight?
Man, had a great time. Much needed time. Yeah, like I said, heading out Sunday, and it's going to be a while before I get back. But man, I love the topic you're talking about tonight, dude. And I was trying to explain as quick as I could in the chat about one of the scariest movies still to this day to me is War Games with Matthew Broderick back in 1983.
Okay.
And that's where back in that all the way back in 1983. So it was when they.
It was the young hacker kid. It was like he somehow simulated that Russia was bombing us, right?
Artificial intelligence was created.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was to and it was learning from us and playing games like chess and stuff and all that. And then it got loose and it ran amok and basically started a simulation war between Russia and us. And
I vaguely,
and that's what I'm saying.
Vaguely remember the premise from years and years ago. It came out when I worked at ET, so I remember the trailers and everything.
I tell you what, you gotta watch that movie today, and it is scary as shit because it's pertinent to today. I mean, what's happening with this AI crap and taking over societies and oh my God, dude! Yeah, this is the scariest thing I've ever seen. Because that's the most realistic.
Man, I never saw that movie. I'm gonna have to look into it.
You can find it on YouTube, man, for a couple of bucks.
Hey, that's what I'm saying is from the movies. That's one of the things I mentioned a few minutes ago. Is some of the great movies from a while back, you can rent for piffs now. It's cheaper than going down to Redbox, or whatever. Oh man, it's another, with everything at our fingertips, it's kind of, isn't it just strange how quickly things are disappearing? I mean, dude, I used to build Hollywood videos. Okay, I probably 10 of those buildings, and what was the other one? Blockbuster, where the big huge national chains where you would go rent movies. I built at least 4 of those, and man, they're like pet stores, and those things they're gone. They're gone. Technology has caught us. Now you can just sit and lay in bed and watch it on your phone for $2 in your underwear.
Yeah, it's a trend and stuff. But you know what's crazy? So I know you're a religious man and Christian. The name of the computer program, the AI that was learning from us, is named Joshua. In that movie,
was named what?
Joshua.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah.
I'm good, dude. You have piqued my curiosity. I'm gonna have to watch that freaking movie now.
Man, it's from 1983. Matthew Broderick. And it's got some huge stars in there, dude. You're just going to fall over yourself looking back when they were young and everything. And, so there's a biblical connection to that movie and about our annihilation of the earth, which from 1983 to 2023 to this day,
dude, there's
a tie to that, man.
It's a 40-year-old movie that has come of age. Can you believe that shit? Wow. Yeah, you have
with a biblical tie to it. Yeah,
I'm gonna go check that out. My man, we are gonna be rooting for you, buddy. I explained for about five minutes at the beginning of the show what was going on and how nothing but really, really good things are happening for you, man, and how excited we are for you, man. It's this is a great opportunity, and I told everyone, it doesn't mean that he and I aren't going to do a show again. We will most definitely do it when he comes back off the road. We will hook it up again, But for the moment, he's got to get it going.
Yeah, man, and I appreciate that. And, I'm just taking it slow and easy today, tomorrow, and then Sunday opens up. Everything goes into high gear with the new job, and Monday morning and all that. So. Thanks for letting me pop on, brother. I wanted to say thanks to everybody out there. We are not done by a long shot. I just got to get my groove down.
Yep.
And,
brother, I want you to go break a leg, baby.
I want to say thanks to everybody out there for the prayers and the support and everything, and especially you too, Zoe, man. Thanks, guys. And
we love you, my
keep
man.
Rocking on, and I'm gonna be watching from the road, Hoss.
All right, fantastic. Looking forward to seeing you out there.
Talk to you soon, brother.
Be good, my brother.
See you down the road.
It sounds good.
Down the road.
In person. All right. Our dear brother, the Texan, checking in. That is a welcome call. A welcome call. I got a couple of calls here in the meantime. Wait, looks like. Do we have her? Do we? Goddess of the Divine, I will call you back. Mrs. Spud, is that you?
It is me.
We have you in the flesh. How are you doing? LaDonna, it is good.
I'm doing
Good to talk to you again. Good to talk to you.
It's good to talk to you too. I'm so sorry, my phone's kind of breaking a little bit. Can you hear me okay?
We hear you wonderfully.
Well, I wanted to call because this is like a topic that I have a lot of things about to talk about. I don't like scary movies at all. I'm like such a eek. I don't like scary movies, but I do like suspense. So when you were asking, like, what was one of the first movies that really scared you? When I was young, my parents used to love to watch like the Twilight Zone and that whole thing, and it was Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, that movie scared me so badly. When I saw Tippi Hedren get attacked by all those crows. And then
the famous the guy leaning against the wall who had his eyes pecked out in the overalls,
yes,
you know.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So
and then of course, as I got a little bit older, we were allowed to watch Psycho, the first one. Oh my gosh.
that was a
That was
so The Birds was of course a perennial favorite on so when I was a kid in like 5th grade, 6th grade, 1969, 1970, everybody in school they'd be talking, hey, The Birds is going to be on Thursday night on KTLA Channel 5, and everybody would watch it, even though we just watched it the year before, and we knew we were going to watch it again next year. It was just one of those, such a classic movie, and
absolutely terrifying.
And well, you're very right there. The suspense, like at the end of the movie, when the four of them sneak out of the house and slowly walk past all those millions of birds and slip into the cars and drive away. Wasn't it just? Weren't you just on the edge of your seat?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, do you recall The Blob?
Oh, but of course. Now I'm talking the original, of course. All right.
Yes. When I was a kid, that actually scared me. I was like, "Oh my gosh, all this like stuff's gonna come through underneath the doorway." Yeah, no, I mean, I get scared really easily, and as you know, someone who does not like darkness, I mean, I obviously I prefer light.
Oh, I can't believe this. Jayla17 says she has never seen The Birds. Are you kidding me?
What?
Wow.
What?
Oh, we're gonna have to fix that. We are going to have to fix that, Jayla. Wow.
Well, no, I just wanted to call and just say, suspense movies are absolutely, that's the most fun. Like the first Halloween, where there's no blood, there's no like slash or whatnot. It's all about what you think happened. I think that's that's the most fun.
That was Jamie Lee Curtis, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you never actually saw anything. It was like the hands went up and it was like, ah!
Yeah.
And
right.
then, you just kind of, but Spud was kind of referencing the first time that we saw The Ring.
Right.
So you don't really actually see anything, but like all of a sudden this like little person comes out of the TV set and she's all creepy and scary, and then nothing, you don't really see anything beyond that, but he was making jokes the whole time going, girl, you need to go and clean up my kitchen, and with that long hair of yours, well, go get a shower. And so we just kind of made the horror kind of funny.
That is wonderful. Yeah, I mentioned, I thought that The Ring was unique. Like once every decade you get kind of a cool, creepy movie. The Ring was definitely one. That movie Mirrors was definitely one.
Yeah.
There's a guy, a director. He wants to, he wants to be somebody. M. Night Shyamalan is his name.
M. Night Shyamalan. Mm-hmm.
He does. He did like The Village and stuff like that. But
I See Dead People. Yeah. That was all him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. His movies are interesting, but I wouldn't quite call them classics quite yet. But there's once in Blue Moon. Just the problem with these movies is the ending. The ending is just.
Do you hear this right now?
No, what is it? What is Spud?
That is Spud reminding me. So M. Night Shyamalan has a movie called Signs, and there was a scene. We were watching it at our house. I was sitting on an all-white couch with a glass of red wine. Can you see how bad this is going right now?
Yeah.
And a part in the movie, the camera focuses in on a dog that was just like, casually drinking water, and then all of a sudden the dog goes into the camera and goes, woo, 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 totally loud. I literally, no joke, I had a glass of wine in my hand. I threw it up in the air. It went all over the ceiling and all over the white couch and all over Spud. And he looks at me. I look at him. He's got wine dripping down his face. And it's all over our ceiling and on a white couch. And he's like, oh my gosh. Because it scares me.
After that, you chose dark-colored couches, right?
Well, no. Because it's kind of the whole enjoyment of living with me.
I love it, Lenore.
We tried to figure out how to get those stains off the ceiling.
I absolutely love it. Well, I'm glad that I'm so glad that you called in. It's been quite a while since we've heard from you, Mrs. Spud. I'm glad that you called in.
Well, yes, I wanted to call in, and also to remind you that you are always welcome at our home for any time we'll make Italian food.
You are well. I'm sure Spud wants me to come visit soon. Then I'm going to have to.
Does.
I'm going to have to run up because I was supposed to meet my buddy Due Diligence, and I definitely need to do that. So I think I might try to do a little quick and dirty West Coast run. The next time there's a 3 or 4 day weekend or something.
Anytime, buddy.
Mrs. Zoe is going out of town for 10, 11 days at the end of November to go visit her new grandbaby. So that might be the opportunity for me to take a little 4-day ride somewhere up north. So I can get up there and get back in a few days.
Here.
Thank you, darling. Good to talk to you. All my best to Spud.
Good talk to you.
Okay.
Have a good night.
See ya.
Bye.
I'm going to call our dear sister Lynn Winters back. She has patiently tried to get through a couple of times. Let's see if I can get her on the phone. All right. One ringy-dingy.
Hello.
How are you doing, kiddo?
Hello.
Can you hear us okay?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you wonderfully. But you have to
Yay.
You have to listen to me through the phone and not through your television, or it'll be 40 seconds behind.
Okay, I've got it. Yeah, I've got that turned off.
Okay, good. How are you doing this
Okay,
evening?
so-
Do you remember going to the movies and getting yourself scared?
Oh my gosh, and oh my gosh. First of all, I'm a lightweight. I don't like scary movies. For example, the scariest movie to me my entire life, and I've watched most of the ones that we've been talking about tonight, but we haven't mentioned Jurassic Park yet. We haven't mentioned Rosemary's Baby yet. We haven't mentioned Pet Sematary yet.
Oh, yeah.
I could go on.
Yeah.
But Rosemary's Baby freaked me out. But when I was a kid, probably I could say around 7 years old, and my brother was 3 years younger than me, my dad would drop us off at the theater on a Saturday probably, and we would have a double feature. And it was always a cartoon thing or a supposedly kid-friendly thing, and we were really happy to be there and everything. I don't remember what the cartoon portion of the double feature was on this day. And I don't think my dad realized what the other portion was, but it was something called Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know how to swim to this day, but up to that point, I might have thought about taking swimming lessons or whatever. I was born in Long Beach, California. We would be on the beach with those big strands of seaweed wrapping around your ankle, and with the riptide wanting to drag you out to the sea. And so I'm watching this. What is my dad? Later on, I'm thinking, what was my dad thinking? Leaving two little kids there. That wasn't a kid-friendly movie. That scared the Jesus out of me.
That is awesome.
But anyway, like I said, I'm a lightweight.
Oh,
The
man.
scariest movie of my entire life was The Wizard of Oz, and Jurassic Park did me in too, but The Wizard of Oz still is the scariest movie to me.
What?
And my sister would say.
What was
Was
so?
it the flying monkeys and the witches?
Okay.
It wasn't the flying monkeys and the witches. It was because she was lost. Just broke my heart.
Oh,
And
I
then,
gotcha.
she got found in the end. But that's what hurt me.
I
Of
gotcha.
course, I didn't like Bambi or Dumbo very much either.
Oh man.
But anyway, I just wanted to chime in with my
I'm
scariest
glad.
one was
I'm
my
glad.
dad thinking he was leaving us at a double feature of something that was kid friendly, and later, years and years and years later, I was thinking, what was he thinking? How did he get away with that?
Wow.
But anyway,
Very cool.
this is a great topic.
Wonderful to talk to you, my friend.
And
It's been a bit.
good to talk to you too.
All right. We'll.
I'm glad I got through.
Glad you did too. Thanks so much for your patience. Okay. Bye. You know, one thing that I absolutely used to love was the Twilight Zone. Okay, Rod Serling had just an extraordinary imagination. Seriously, to this day, that was such a unique show, and there were copycat shows of the Twilight Zone. There was a program called One Step Beyond. Okay, there over the years, there have been some very interesting television programs, but after the end of the Twilight Zone in the early '60s, Rod Serling came back a decade later, late on Friday nights. I'm talking 1970, 1971, somewhere. Yeah, 71, 72, somewhere right in there. On Friday nights, he had an hour-long show that was called Circle of Fear. And the nice thing about it was you can do a lot more in an hour. You can set stuff up. You can make it more interesting than you could with a half hour, which a half hour program is 22 minutes and 25 seconds. Okay, when you take out all the commercials, a half hour program is just barely over 22 minutes. So what can you do? What kind of a story can you tell in 22 minutes? But an hour-long program? I mean, you got damn near 45 minutes to get your story told. So there was an old Twilight Zone episode that starred Telly Savalas way before Kojak. I'm talking 10 years before Kojak, people. Okay? And it was about this little doll. And Telly Savalas plays a stepfather. He marries a woman who has a young daughter, and there's this doll that she likes, and Telly doesn't like the doll. And he keeps like hiding the doll, and all the girl, when she comes home, she wants to play with the doll and she can't find it. And well, 10 years later, Rod Serling took that short story and made it more elaborate, and did a version called The Doll. And I'm not kidding you. That was truly. It's one movies can affect you, but it's rare. It's rare that television can do it to you, but I am telling you, I am here to tell you that my brother and I were pretty freaked out by this Circle of Fear version of The Doll, which was a remake of a Twilight Zone episode. And man, I'm going to see if I can find that. It would be a great, like a Sunday night show for me to play that. It is, I remember it being pretty freaky. The doll in the story, the doll talks to the stepfather. No one else can hear it. Not the wife, not the little girl. Only the stepfather can hear the doll talking. And when no one else is around, the doll actually almost comes to life. It'll turn its head, and I'm telling you, some freaky stuff. Freaky stuff. Talking Tina. Yes. Talking Tina. I'm talking Tina. And I don't think I like you. Yes. Holy cow. Well, it appears we are here at the end of our journey for this evening. Here, we're at the end of our journey for the evening. I want to thank all of you for joining me on this first mystery ship in quite some time. As I mentioned earlier, and as the Texan mentioned when he joined us, we're not done. The Texan and I will be doing shows together again. But in the meantime, while he's getting his feet wet and finding his way across the whole country, I'll be with you here on Friday nights with the Mystery Ship, and we'll dig up some stories like this and weird, interesting stuff. I'm going to throw that out there. It looks like not too many people might have seen that movie, Mirrors. Mirrors. You heard it from your brother Zoe. Go and watch it. It's a freaky movie. It is a freaky movie. All right. Why, Zero Fry. Nice to have you aboard, my friend. Let's invite you back with a smile. Here you go. There you go. Next time you say something, you'll know the difference. Thanks, all of you, for coming and hanging out with us tonight. It has been my pleasure to host this. My name is Zoso Dude. This is the Mystery Ship. We do this on Sunday night, on Wednesday night, and on Friday nights. And on Saturday during the day. Saturday during the day, I host a classic rock show. I really look forward to that broadcast. It will be tomorrow morning. Now, the classic rock show is only available on two channels. One is D Live, and the other is Pilled Foxhole. So either go sign up over at pilled.net and look for Zoso Dude 77 over there, or come join us at D Live, where the wonderful group of champion sailors will greet you and welcome you aboard. Saturday only is the classic rock show, only on Pilled Foxhole or D Live. The Mystery Ship is on the other channels, is always on YouTube, Rumble, Pilled Foxhole, Twitch, and of course, the Champion D Live channel. Look at those people basking in their glory over there. They're basking. I can see it. It's shining. Shining from here. Black Cat 5, good to see you. Good to see you. Yep, I get it. I get it, TL Spud. I get it. I really want to thank all of you tonight for coming and hanging out. I'm going to release the Scratchin', which is like a lottery ticket. Yep, the Scratchin' is hereby released over there at the Foxhole. If you've never been to the Foxhole, it's an interesting place. And I'm going to also share the love over here at D Live. Let's go into the treasure chest and see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Whoops. Come on now. Come on, Zoe. Boy, that is really weird. Okay. There we go. There we go. Take. It's taking. There we go. I had to put something in the treasure chest. I'd have to put something in there to give away. And here it is. And it is coming at you right now in 20 seconds. In 20 seconds, you will see Lemons, the treasure chest will pop open and we'll see who our winners are tonight. I want to thank Val Hall, Joe Elaine, EO2 Dave, the mods over there hanging out. Thank all of you wonderful people for sharing the love there. Sharing this program with your friends and neighbors and telling people about it is how we grow. So anytime you share it with others, I just love you for doing it. I love you for doing it. My name is ZosoDude77, and I invite you back again. Let's see who our winners are over at D Live. These are the people who won lemons. T.L. Spud, Val Kimber, Bad Zoot, Lynn Winters, and Black Cat 5. Black Cat 5 on the board. Welcome. Well done. Well done, my friends. Congrats. Okay, folks, your brother Zoe is out of here. I am absolutely out of here. Damn it. Why do I keep pushing the wrong play button? So normally I like to play music on the way out the door. I do like to play music on the way out the door, but one of the channels will prohibit me from doing such a thing. So in light of that, I'm just going to have to do this, okay? It's a cheap second. It's a cheap, but at least it's something. At least it's a little something. I love all of you. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you on the flip side. Here are the beautiful sailors wearing their mystery ship shirts. An amazing family. That is not a cow. That is a foghorn.